Hello, beloveds, twin flames, divine masculine and feminine, of course. How are you today? We had a really amazing time with the eclipse. I thank you, all my brothers and sisters, first of all, for helping creating so much light to come in and doing my meditations to get the darkness out and get more love and light in. And wow, we did an amazing job, and I'm so I'm so thrilled and exactly it's accelerated that this light is coming in with huge speed. And we will feel it. We could feel, because we raised the Schumann resonance to 99 on Sunday night. So people who are dense and have dense body and are working from their ego space get a huge drawback. A lot of anger, frustration, and anxiety coming up during that time. So I'm so glad we did all the work that also the ascension of the divine masculine is rising at the moment. A lot of divine masculine are waking up to their potential, but also waking up to their passion. And that's really needed, because we can't live in a life with just no passion in your life. And then I mean the passion for something you love, what's coming from your heart space. And most of the time it's not your work. It's a nine to five job, and that's not what your passion is. So a lot of divine masculines are asked now, to raise their vibration and go for their passion, because in your passion you're raising your vibration, and you're really going forward. And with that state of mind, also your abundance is coming in. And abundance is not about money. Abundance is energy. So how higher your vibration is, the more abundance the universe will create for you to come in. So I'm really excited. I feel the energy shift. I feel it like, wow, bam, come on, this is the time to move. This is the time to move forward. And also with my friends and my sisters and my brothers, we all did the work. And the portals are staying open till the 11th, so we can create more light, more abundance, more happiness, more joy in our lives at this moment, till these portals are open. So till that time, we moving forward. So let's see what's in the divine masculine's mind space. So it's really, being creative in your life, that gives you such a drive, to be creative, to do the things you love, to do the things that you are determined to do, that you wanted, go to your childhood and ask your inner boy, what does you want to be, what is your energy driving you when you were a child. A lot of men say, I want to be a fireman, but that's probably also what they do at the moment, rescuing people from all sides. So I see that there is a lot of things going on at the moment. Let's see what with the divine masculine, his headspace is. He needs rest. He says, oh my God. And this is from a couple of weeks already, that he needs rest, that he needs time for himself, not too much stress, not too much pressure. And if your divine masculine is doing his work, is calling you, or whatever he is doing, um, give him space and give him the rest that he needs, because he doesn't need more anxiety than there already is. So I see that, that's what I say, if they have rest to create the things that they want to do, what they enjoy, what is not work for them, then they are really, stepping in that passionate energy that they need. Because during the COVID-19, everybody's passion was removed because of all the restrictions. And when there is no passion in your life, you're getting numb. And that means that energy is motion, emotion is energy in motion. So you need to keep your energy in motion, but create that passionate fire in yourself that was out for 4 or 5 months. So if that is coming back in your life, by creating things, by moving your body, by dancing, by singing. I know a lot of masculines are singing at the moment, because singing gospels, singing high vibrational songs, so they raise the vibration to move forward, to create that passion back in their lives. So yeah, and beside that, they need rest, they need mental rest. So give them space, give them room to rest, and to get rest. I also see that not only rest, but they need time to contemplate, to think about things, to work through things. I also see a lot of divorces because of the COVID-19. Because the men and women have to start communicate with each other. And then when they can't communicate with each other, it's, you see the separation, because most of the men are working and are not at home. And now it's also good, because they get to see that the divine, what the divine feminine's work is all day. So yeah, a lot of separations, a lot of divorces, a lot of anxiety also, because that came in with the portal. When we holding, when the eclipse is coming over your happiness, and you can't deal with it, every dark shadow will blast out, and it's like, and you blame the other person, and you blame your colleague, and you blame the government, and you blame everything, everything that's in your life. But most of the time, it's just the energy of the universe that separates that's no longer serving you anymore. And or bring it together, because the universe says, this is your divine counterpart, and you need to be together. So that's what's going on at the moment. Don't blame it on the other person. It's the intervene and encounter of the universe that gives all of us our learning lessons, or our lessons to go through, what we need to learn, where we need to grow. And if your lesson is to and that's also for the divine masculine, the masculine deals with a lot of addictions. If that's a sign of the universe, to detach and to say, okay, We are not going there. You need to go another route, and you have to learn to detach from your addictions, and sort out your life. Who are you and where you need to go? And doesn't matter if you start to journey, and that's always what I call it. After a separation, you start your own journey, and you make your journey as happy as possible. And the universe is sending you on that path, and let everything go in flow. So if there's a lot of resistance in a situation, you just let it go. And that's what the divine masculine finds out at the moment, that he is coming into his power, and also leaving a lot of things behind, and going for his own passion, going for his creativity, going to his soul journey. I call it the soul journey. You're stepping on a soul journey, and that soul journey will bring you where you need to be. So, but that's happening if you get the reset button. I always say the universe is giving you a reset button, like, start all over again. And then you have to find and discover yourself all over again. So yeah, and then you start your journey, and yeah, the journey, you can make it the best journey what you have, if you follow your heart desire. Universe always told me there are two roads. One road leads to nowhere and leads to suffering, and one that's the road without a heart. And if you walk the road with your heart and your soul purpose, it will give you abundance, and it gives you joy, and gives you happiness. So and both roads lead to nowhere, and that's the fun part. But one has a heart and a soul, and the other one is just, a distraction of your path. And we need to really deal with the distractions of our path. If there's someone coming up in your path, and it's a distraction of the journey you need to go, you need to go. If it's a distraction, if it's the same with me, if I feel that I get restricted in my journey, if I get blocked of my spiritual path, I know that's my soul path, I know that's my way. And then I have to leave everything behind to follow that, if they put me in restrictions. So I need to follow my path. I need to follow my soul essence, the soul, the person who I really am without this body. And that's the light, that's the soul, and I will follow through no matter what. And there I meet people on my path, and they walk with me for a while, and then they leave again. But that's the whole journey. It's the whole journey. Do they bring you something, or do they get too much? Because we all have vampires around us, that want a little bit of piece of energy from you, because they can't give it to themselves. And those vampires you need to remove out of your system, because they drag you down. It's getting a battle, it's getting everything. So get down the parasites and the vampires, remove them from your system. So how does he seize the divine feminine? So he needs to rest, and he will take his rest. What does he seize? How does he seize the divine feminine? He sees the divine feminine making steps on her own, making steps forward. I see new beginnings. Also for the divine feminine that offers him something. She's coming to bring in the passion into his life that was that there was a lack of passion in his life. Now the divine feminine is coming in and offers her wand and says, here is your passion, here is your journey, here is what you need to do, and you will be fructitious with it. There will be a lot of fruition, because I will give you that wand, I will give you that passion back, and I will show you that you can do it on your own, that you can do it together, for the time being, how long it needs to take before you go off to another journey again, or on your own journey. Or it could be that the divine feminine and the masculine, coming back together and start to work with each other, instead of pushing each other away, and start to communicate about their feelings, what they need in their life. And if it resonates with each other, it's perfectly fine. There's no better way than everything is resonating. If it doesn't resonate, go your own way. What is his higher self saying? What says his higher self? By the way, I work with jumpers, and that means that the cards jump out of itself by spirit, and then I will read them for you. So his higher self says, get in balance. Look for the abundance in your life, look for the passion in your life, and know that everything will work out fine, that everything is in balance. What you give is what you will receive. So, if it's about loyalty, if you give loyalty, you will receive the loyalty. If you give trust, you will get the trust. If you detach, you will get the detachment. It's all the mirroring of the energies that's going on. But his higher self says, divine masculine, it's time to start your own journey, to find your passion again, to know where your heart is. And it's the universe said, rebutton, reset, and start all over again. And if that's it's really funny, because I hear them laughing so loud, because they say, whatever happens, take a drink and get over it, kick yourself in the butt and get over it. Because that's what we need to do. If you're attached to a situation, you get attached to all the drama, what's happening in your life. So detach yourself from that. Detach yourself from drama, from the outside world. And then you will find your inner peace, your inner love. You find your heart desire. You find your fulfillment in life. And then you really get pushed forward. And the money is in balance. No need to be afraid about money, or material things, or losing things. If you're going to sit in a place of lack, you're losing everything. If you're connected with people that only think about sorrow and grief, you're getting sorrow and grief in your life. It's about changing your mindset, changing your higher vision, and don't give any meaning to every situation. If you give a meaning to a situation, your whole mind is going make you cuckoo. Yeah. So stay in your heart center, stay in balance, stay here, and stay in your focus. And your focus is not where you want to go. Your focus is where you are, here in your heart space. And if that gets out of balance by all the things that happening all around you, and it gets you out of track, You know, you need to say, okay, take a few days off and I'm going to do what I like to do. I'm going to do what my passion is driving me. I'm going to be creative to release all these things. Wow, spirits coming in again with high speed. New downloads are coming in. So yeah, this is what's happening with the divine masculine. You know, no fear, no lack, no nothing. This earth, we are created to live an abundance life, and an abundance life is, you know, not the material world, not the material things. The abundance is in nature. The abundance is not to work to death and, you know, at 65 you get your, or 67 you get your pension, and then it's over. Your life is fucking over. You know, get a grip on yourself. Try to make the leap of faith and leave everything behind and start enjoying your life. You know, if you think you can start your life at the end of your work period, your life is over because you're too old and too drained and not enough energy to um, to start to do the things you always wanted to do. You're too late. And this is what they are going to do. Okay. And that's what I keep in mind. Okay, what's in his heart space? In his heart space, there is the lovers. The twins, the children from the soul connection, the soul love, the twin flames from past lives. They reconciliation, what's going on in his heart space with his divine feminine, and also children are taking a place in this, you know, children in his heart space, children where he needs to connect with, where he's connecting with. He is putting all the signs together, I hear and see. So it's about what's in his heart space. Rekindle the love, rekindle the energy, what was always there, and reconnecting again, and filling up all the cups, you know, that they once had. So this is going on in his heart space. And let's see what's going on in the masculines. What does he want from the relationship? What does he want from her? Wow, the lovers. He wants it all. Oh my God. I work with jumpers, guys. I don't pick my cards myself. I work with jumpers. That means out that spirit lets the cards jump out. And what he wants from her is love. He wants to hold her, support her, giving her everything that she needs. And he is going to do. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He is going to support her. He let her glow. He let her shine. He let her go her way. And he is supporting her in every step of the way. There is joy. There is happiness. There's emotion from the water. Everything can be discussed. There is no boundaries. I hear there are no boundaries in his mind about what he wants from her. Okay, how does he seize the relation? I see my camera is dropping every time. How does he seize the relationship with her? Wow, beautiful. Giving love, giving love, giving love. Wow. Guys, the divine masculines are awakened. They all coming in with their love. So we feel it. They offer it. We enjoy it. let's celebrate that love. Get all these awakened masculine coming in. With the last portal, with the eclipse, a lot of, because we guarded the portals from dark energies, and it it meant that all the twin flames could come from the 5D into the earthly plane. So this is what's going to happen. So all the masculine, a lot of the masculine are awakening. And I'm not talking about the 3D matrix masculine. I'm talking about the masculine that has a spiritual path and now is going to fulfill it. Now is going to walk his journey. Now it's going to walk his path and walk towards love and light and abundance. Because that's all what the abundance is. That's the love and the light. That's abundance. Everything is getting created out of this. So, yes, for all your divine feminine, you know, and the masculines are awakening, they coming in with huge love for you. You know, you don't have to doubt about anything. Let it all work out. And that's when you don't put a strain on it, when you don't put a leash on it, you know, they all coming in with their love. They know, and you feel it. There is celebration, there is passion, there is fire, there's everything that's holding space in the feminine energy, and that's holding space in the masculine energy. And that's the way how it should be, you know, and come to each other, just in love, because when you give love, you will receive love. Okay, how does he sees the relationship with her? How does he sees the relationship with her? How does he see the relation? Wow, jumpers. I'll get this. Okay. These are the other cards. Balance. There is balance in this relationship. He can do the things he wants to do. He can enjoy the things he wants to do. He has his freedom. There is balance. There is communication. There is love. There is passion. Everything is there. So for the divine feminines and who are in separation, still in separation, he is coming in with huge energy. You know that he is coming in to balancing it out, to give it. I also hear it's about the loving connection that there always was. You know, it's about the unconditional love there is for each other, and that's living in their heart space. And that is really amazing that they find each other again after everything that happened with you and your divine masculine. You know, that they can come back together again. You know, that's in most relationships it's not possible, because after a breakup you need to hate each other, you need to curse each other out, you need to release each other, you have to have a fight. And that's the old paradigm of living. And we are upgrading to a 5D paradigm, when everything needs to go in love and harmony. And that's an example for your children. You know, so many women out there who were abused and violated by masculine energies, that need to stand strong for themselves, you know, not to let it happen again, and making other decisions to to work with it and to come in peace with it and to reconcile with the divine masculine, because that's also wounded, you know. They don't find each other for nothing, you know. You and your divine counterpart don't find each other if there is no resonation. You have a resonation on both paths, but you need to grow on your own journey. And when then there is a separation coming up, and then, you know, you heal both, you heal the energy, you see each other grow, and then there is one day, you know, you realize like, wow, the flame is still burning, it's still here, what's going on? I didn't expect this, I didn't want this, and then you're, before you know it, in reconciliation. So let it all happen, let it all go, let it all flow, and know that the love, you know, this true love, that's the true love, is still there, you know. And that's how he sees the relationship with her, you know. Balance, everything is in balance, everything balancing each other out. Okay, what blocks him? What is blocking him? What is blocking the divine masculine? What is blocking the divine masculine? What is blocking the divine masculine? What is blocking? One card, please. What? One card for his block. One card for his block. Two cards for his block. That she is leaving him, that she is moving away, that she is going overseas, that's really blocking him. He wants to travel with her. There is that's, you know, it's, I have a feeling it could be because of the lockdown. It could be that you're in another space, you know, like another client of mine, you know, trapped in Egypt and you know, can't move to the States and make the best of it. So the distance is holding you in separation. It could be that you know, other things, restrictions of flying, you know, all kind of other things that are, you know, really blocking the energies about leaving, about moving forward, about, you know, reconnecting. That is on his mind, that he's afraid that she would leave, or afraid that you know, and holding on to her, you know, holding on tightly, you know, holding on tightly, because he's afraid that she will leave again. That will be not the issue. That's not the issue. If there is freedom in your mind space, if you give your divine feminine the freedom, if you give your divine masculine the freedom, you know, then there is no fear. You know, fear creates fear of leaving, you know. And in fear you can't let go. That's you only can let go out of love. And if you're in your love, and if you're in your loving space and in your heart space, and you believe in this love, you know, then there is no fear for you that she would leave again. She gave, I hear a lot of the divine feminine gave the divine masculine already a promise, and the divine masculine, and the divine masculine gave the divine feminine a promise to return the right time. You know, they are together, you know, in this beautiful space. I hear this is for 3 groups at the moment, for 3 groups that they are so afraid that the divine feminine is walking away, coming back, walking away, coming back. That was his learning lesson, I hear. That was his learning lesson. And now she's staying, and he's afraid she's leaving again. And it could be that it has to do with, I hear some CEOs from a company, you know, that are flying, have um, a busy job that is interfering with traveling, that is traveling, that he's afraid because of her traveling that much that there is someone else coming in, and then he's holding on so tightly that he is creating this energy of you know, of fear. And you know, if and with with the mindset that's going on at the moment, you know, what you're thinking is coming back right away. So release the fear, release holding on to anything, holding on to possessions, holding on to your divine feminine, holding on to everything in your life. So let it go and let it flow, and make sure, you know, that oh my, I hear make sure she's going nowhere. Well, it could be on his mind, you know, that there is something going on with about this, with documents, holding back documents or things like that, so she won't leave. That would be very vicious. But you know, yeah, it's all things that's happening, that's going on in the divine feminine, masculine, what he wants in the relationship with, or what's blocking him. This is really blocking him about thinking already too far ahead into the future. Okay. What's going on? What will bring it him? What will it bring him? You know, what brings it to him? What will bring it? What will bring it? After he works through the blocks, if he, you know, release the fear of her leaving, what will bring it? You know, it will bring everything. It will bring the spirituality, it will bring the magic, it will bring in his journey, it will bring in abundance, it will bring in communication, it will bring in fiery love, it will bring in stability, it bring in everything. Everything in life, it needs to be in balance. All the elements needs to be in balance. You know, we all exist out of energy, out of these elements. Nobody has just love. Nobody has just earth. You know, we have all the elements within ourselves, and if we use that energy within ourselves and combine this, then we have this amazing balance within ourselves. Then there is nothing from the outside that can disturb it, you know. But use your sword to give your boundaries. Use your cup to be filled of love. Use your wands to create the passion in your life so you can do everything your heart desires. And stay grounded, you know, stay grounded on this earthly plane. See the things for what they are and not make it more of an illusion. Not make more out of it than it is. Don't create illusions. and that will give it to him, you know, that will bring him the balance he needs of the fear that's still lingering around the corner. Walk your heart's desires path. That's what I hear. Walk your own journey, and that's where it's all about, because you know our twins are already united within ourself, within our heart. You know, if your divine feminine and your divine masculine within yourself are already fighting with each other, there's no way there will be a balance between the divine feminine and masculine in the outer realm, you know. So first you need to have love between your feminine and your masculine energy, and when they merge together within yourself and those two are in balance, you know, then you will attract your divine masculine from the outside. You only attract what's within yourself, you know. That's what is happening, you know. When you're in balance with your divine masculine and with your divine feminine within yourself, that's the most beautiful merging you can have, because then there's rest, and nothing from the outsider world can get you out of balance, because those two are already making love, and what's within, that's also without. So you can make love with the whole world outside, and be in balance within, you know. That's where it comes from. Okay, so where is his focus? Where is his focus? Where is his focus? Oh my goodness. What? Yeah. A lot of things are going on in his life. That's where his focus is. Doing things, spirituality, walking his path, his divine feminine, holding space that no dark energies are coming in, walking his journey. Oh my God, I will read them all, you know, because they don't flip out for nothing, you know. They won't flip out for nothing. So I will read them all, and I will go in speed with it. You know, where is his focus? And that's a lot, guys. It's really, really a lot. Being an emperor, setting his boundaries. I will show it to you. Being an emperor, communication, a lot of communication, giving his boundaries, the lovers, his twin flame on his mind, walking away from a situation, dreams and hard times of sleeping during the eclipse. The hangman offering himself and seeing the things from a different view. Abundance, creating abundance for what he sowed, he can reap in summertime. Abundance on his mind. Being the king for his material things, you know, making sure everything, the house is running, everything is going on, everything is doing well. There's a lot of pressure I hear with the divine masculine. His twin flame, you know, the lovers, the twin flame, the house, the marriage, the children, everything is on his mind. Guarding himself for people that want to attack him and have attacked him and judged him, and protecting himself for that. You know, moving forward towards his passion and his divine feminine. Okay, do I need to say more about everything, you guys, this reading? is moving towards his spirituality, his own path, not the path of someone else, not the energy path that his divine feminine is walking. No, his own path, his own beliefs, his own journey. Guarding himself for energies that want to attack him, and he is prepared for that. Communicating. Communication is very strong at the moment. Divine feminine and her abundance. He moves forward with his divine feminine that already made everything for herself. She has a company, she has established foundation, she has money, she's independent, and he doesn't need to take care of her. Love, his cup being filled, seeing the love everywhere he is around, and making sure that people see him, and instead of not seeing him and walking around in despair, or walking around in he's showing and he's seeing the things very clearly now. Now he had a distance of everything, he's seeing it. Where he wants that the relationship is going. Where he wants that the relationship is going. Where he wants that the relationship, where's the relationship? Oh my gosh, people. Hey spirits, keep it on the table, right? Let's keep it on the table. He's afraid that the relationship goes, that he is getting tied down, that he is going to be blocked, that he is going to be, that is his fear, that is his fear. That, or he wants to tie down his divine feminine. That's also possible, to hold her stuck with him, so she stays with him, or that she won't move forward, because he's afraid of, that what is blocking him is the fear of losing her. And that's probably why he probably tried to block it, or to hold her here in his around him in his space, so she won't move. And that's, it could also be that he is scared that for a lot of the divine masculine, that you are tying him down, that you are don't give him space and room to develop his own journey. And in this that's his fear, I feel. So he is happy to be out of a situation that he is stuck. And that could be a third person, a third party situation. It could be that, he's been holding down by the company, that he is stuck. It could be that his work is having a tremendous influence on his stuckness. There is something that is really blocking him, and that's his fear. So how is he feeling about the journey? How is he feeling about his journey and the union? How is he feeling about the union? There's a lot of knowledge within in the relationship and in the union. His own knowledge, her knowledge, and those knowledge are different from each other, and they complete each other, and they let shine their light on both knowledge. They walk their journey. They go within. They're not blurring everything out to each other. They're going within, contemplate about it. Is this what is the right direction? Can we merge these two? And is that the energy? There's a lot of wisdom, old wisdom, knowledge that they both possess on different levels, and that is bringing the union in new energy, new vibration, higher vibration, love, passion, creation, everything. New energies are coming in. It's the old paradigm energy. What kept them stuck is removed from his shoulders, is removed from his life. Connection with the moon. He feels the moon energies. He is aware, and that's the divine. A lot of the divine masculines are feeling this at the moment. Even my son-in-law feels this, that he's under influence of the moon energies, of the Schumann resonance, that it's one day you are active and the next day you can't be moved by the energies that's going on of the Schumann resonance that is really moving you forward. Or and when there is so much light coming to this earth, you know, people who are very rational and very dense, they are getting stuck in their body, and the body are feeling very, very heavy, because all the old energies, all the old feelings, all the old stuckness need to be released to integrate more light and more love, and to become a lighter person. You know, you're not doing this when you're 80. You're doing this after your 40s, and you start to develop and to grow and to change. And a lot of divine masculine happened with the divine masculine around their 50s, you know, and that's why a lot of marriages are going in separation, because that's the midlife crisis, right, where they're coming in. And you know, then they start to have energies, different feelings, different maybe secrets, you know, all things that they're afraid that life is catching up on them, and they don't live anymore, and they going without to do all the things that give them a feeling of being alive. And that takes up to sometimes a whole life, and sometimes it takes up till 7-8 years, you know, before they're coming out of this, and then moving on in another direction. So that's what's going on, you know. No more secrets, I hear. There are no more secrets in this energy, in this union. You know, this is how he feels about the union. And no more secrets. He don't want any secrets from her, and he won't have any secrets from her towards her. Okay. And at the end, stabilization. Stabilization of house, stabilization of the material world. Everything is stable. Everything is, you know, reconnected. Basic, you know, the basic things is what he needs. The basic things, what life makes life. Is necessary, but he also wants to live, and he needs some material things that makes him feel alive, that makes him live again, not in just going to work, sleep, going to work, sleep, going to work, sleep, and you know, there is no life. That's not life. That's not where you came here to earth to celebrate your life, you know. This is not the way the God meant, or goddess meant, that we should live our lives, you know. It's the we're living in a slavery at the moment. We're living in a slavery, and all of these things will change. Okay. Yeah, lost cards. Lost card. What brings them together? Lost card. What brings them together? For you guys out there who are not in union yet, you know, I'm celebrating. I hear. Okay, who of you is celebrating out there, guys? I know that you need to celebrate your life. I need you to celebrate all the things that's going on. Yes. Spirituality, wisdom, belief, knowledge, creation, knowing, but really the knowing, the knowledge that what all the cards meant, you know, before, that they both, or that he knows where he is going, and that brings them together. The belief that they belong together, that is what's happening with the lot of masculines, you know. They know that their divine feminine is out there drifting on a boat, needs to come home, don't know what's happening, you know, over there. Is she safe? Is she not safe? That will bring them together. Is she moving from my life forever, you know? What's going on? The fear of not knowing what's going on in her life. Does the divine masculine realize that he can't live without her, you know? And that he knows in his heart space, you know, even if you live on another planet, you know, I know in my heart space, I don't want to lose you again. And when you coming home as divine feminine, out of a situation of, you know, if you're drifting on your boat, or, you know, you're stuck in Egypt and, you know, doing your thing and can't go back to Australia, you know, and missing your divine masculine and missing your children, you know, the knowing in your heart knows that you will be back together. And that's you know, that knowing is something that is so much stronger than anything else, and that it's guided, you know, guided by the universal law, and your belief, okay. Well, lovelies, I will draw one card from Whispering of Nature. I hope you're all doing well. I can help you with your blocks, with cutting your contracts, cutting your cords, you know, healing the relationship, going into your blocks and do ancestral removal, where you could be that you're stuck on ancestral removal, that you have traumas from your past life and from your also this life that is hard to overcome. You know, I can help you with this, with this amazing releasing program. So it's that's for the releasing, and your twin flame reading is £99 for an hour, £66 for just a twin flame reading, and for a half an hour twin flame reading it's £33. So let me know if you need the guidance, if you need anything, so I can channel your divine masculine to see what's going on, where the blocks are, where I can deblock your journey, So their healing will take place. And yes, let me know if you're, you know, wanting this in your life. If you want this, the twin flame in your life, you know, don't, I say I'm an email away, but don't stick on the lingering, you know. Don't go into the yearning. Don't go into this, you know, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's not going to happen, you know. Let it go. Just and if you have difficulties with letting go, you know, contact me, you know, I can help you. And it's an, don't see it as money, that you have to pay me money. See it as an energy exchange. See it as my energy I put in for you to release everything in your system, and you can move on. What will it cost you to be with your beloved again? That's the only question you need to ask, you know. So yeah, I will get the card. And this is keep your dreams alive for the divine masculine. I think it was the last time also. Keep your dreams alive, divine masculine. If you want to travel, go and travel. If you want to do things, if you want, you know, go far away, do it. If you want to build this house, if you want to do a course, if you want to change your profession, you know, everything is possible. If you walk the path with the universe, nothing can keep kept away from you. You will walk in abundance. You will get the support of the goddess. You know, the goddess will support you. The divine feminine, who is a goddess, will support you in every kind of way. If you don't want her support in the matrix, she will support you in the etheric realm, you know. Energetically, she will support you. But you will know that you will never be alone. And that the decisions that you make are your own decisions, not the decisions of somebody else, not the decision of your divine feminine, but your own decisions. And be creative, and that's what's make a relationship work. Okay, guys? So I love you all, and I'm closing off with this, and I hope to see you all doing well. Send your emails. I'm waiting, you know, I'm waiting for to do some work with you to heal the blocks that are between you and your divine masculine. Most of the time you're having the same blocks, and it could be that you both have issues with giving your boundaries. It could be that, you know, you don't know where you want to go, so your divine masculine don't know where he wants to go. You know, there is this up and down, and it's not solving you. So let it all go, let it all flow, and I wish you a really amazing upcoming week, because the energies will be intense. But as you see, your divine masculine is coming towards you. Who doesn't want that? Okay? Love you all. See you later. Bye bye.